Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or you're just happy to see me?
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Sorry we are a bit late. It was actually kind of amusing because Steph popped into the back and I let her on. And I wasn't hearing anything.
Of course.
Anything. He was muted the entire time. And I'm like saying, Steph, if you're there, you're muted. Steph, if you're there. So I finally typed in the private chat, are you there? So it's like, yeah, so that's part of the late.
I was like, have I been muted this whole time? Because I was in my I was like running in my kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And I was yelling at Mara while I was in my kitchen. And she couldn't hear a word I was saying.
No, so basically it was like kind of like the like blind leading the blind, something like that, because I can't see her, so I can't see like where she is, and then I can't hear her because she's, I don't know, was basically women brain small, pretty much. So we'll go with it. It happens. But I was like just sitting here going, should I start? Are you there? But anyway, I'm gonna say hello to the chat, and then Steph, basically introduce yourself, and then we'll go into the topic. So there's some pretty good ones. I mean, it was arguably kind of a slow week as far as pop culture, at least dealing with, like, I guess sort of the cringe a little bit. But there was another topic that I actually saw in Bounding that we might cover if we have time at the end of the stream, and that is apparently North Korea has reportedly sentenced a man to death for smuggling in copies of Squid Game. So I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's true or not. It was on Bounding in the comics, and I was like, well, we might cover that at the end. Yeah, but apparently a man has been sentenced to death when high school students were caught watching copies of Squid Game because it's, I guess, illegal there. But anyway. From the top, we have Ms. Martin Muses. Hello, Teresa. Looking forward to playing D&D with you tomorrow. I think we're near the end of the mission, depending on if we do something incredibly fucking stupid. But we'll see.
And I'm looking forward to talking about season 1 of Once Upon a Time.
Hey, more power to you guys. So
it's a beautiful show. You should watch it, Mara. It'll give you the feels.
I don't want the feels. I really don't want Mystic Red Knight, good morning, and in case I don't see you later, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Hello, Mystic Red Knight.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Joshy64, hello, good day, Joshy. And Naaman's, good day as well. Lethal Lightning's in the chat, he says, early as fuck, yes. Gaming, I caught your stream earlier on Twitch. Sorry you were having kind of audio issues, I guess, with your mic or whatever, but it was fun. He's playing the GoldenEye game, like old school James Bond GoldenEye. It's actually fun to watch. So, Santa Megatron, early Bukaki. Rhino was wrong. Yes, you guys stir that, feed us pot stir, shit stir, Santa Megatron. Pogs is beyond the realm of time. Poggers arrives exactly when it means to. Yes. Drewdat Entertainment. Hi, Mara, Steph, and Chad. Good to see you, Drewdat.
Hello. We are Mara Dat and Steph Dat.
Yes. Oh yeah. When he plays Mario Kart, he'll pull those me's out every once in a while. Can't stay. Took some meds that are going to knock me out. Sick as a dog right now. Especially this close to Christmas. So I hope you get better, Orange Chat. Get plenty of rest. Plenty of rest. Yeah. So
take some elderberry.
Yeah. Elderberry chicken noodle soup and rest, pretty much.
And vitamin C.
Trey Courtney, hey Mara, Steph, I'm ready for the cringe. Well, I got some decent cringe for you to Daniel, good afternoon. Soy Simps and Supremacists. Yes, hello, Daniel. Dave Myers, hey ladies, good to see you. Hi. Dave, the last Oxen Mail. This is a kind of allusion to when he pops into my Twitch streams because he always sends me 69 bits at a time with the "You Got This" emote. So that's what he's saying right there.
I like that.
Dan Blackroyd, good evening to you. Says Daniel, you're such a biatch because Daniel wants us to fight at the end. Let's see. Making sure I say hello to everyone. Oh, he's using the pancakes emote. Yeah. Drew Dat Games, of course. Who dat? Mara and Steph Dat. Yes. I finally got to the comment. Yeah, drop 69 bits. Yeah, that's what he does. That's what he does. Hello, TD. Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. You said you bought a lot of gifts, so hopefully that whoever you bought the gifts for enjoys them.
I'm sorry, my dogs are dumb.
Mazza, aka Corky. Are you watching this on your laptop in the tub or something like that? But I guess all joking aside, I hope you're doing well because his area was flooded recently. Yeah, so apparently, like he said, his place, his home, like their home wasn't too bad, but like when he showed pictures in the group chat, it was like, yeah, the water was pretty high. Making sure, Phil. Hail the beautiful ladies of Talk Nerdy and hail the wonderful chat. Good to see you, Phil. Let's see. Making sure I say hello to everybody. They're saying hello to each other. Alex McCarthy, howdy Mara and Steph. Todd, how's y'all day been? Pretty good. I raged at Vanguard.
Are you doing today?
I didn't stream it. I was basically just like leveling up one of the guns I have.
Oh, okay.
And I was like raging at the lag. So that's what I was raging at.
I'm sorry. My dog. Okay, hold on. Let me turn on my camera. Hold on. La 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 la.
Hello, Steven. Hello.
So there's an accident. Outside in the street. There's an accident out there. And cars are like honking at each other, and it's driving my dogs nuts. So that's why they're barking, because they're used to the traffic, but it's like it's stopped traffic and people are honking, and that's why they're barking. So I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm rolling my eyes at the idiot drivers that are still honking. I'm like, dude, what are you gonna do? Pretty much.
There's nothing that yeah, I know. There's like an accident. Part of half the road is closed. So
yeah. So I mean, it sucks, but like, what are you gonna do?
It's all the Californians that moved here.
Yeah, Dennis Catchis. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. This is hi Mara and Steph and Mara. This is the first time I've seen it in the chat. Good evening to you, Dennis. Brian King, hello. Yeah, she kind of boomered it.
I kind of did. Like, I was like, okay, I'm not muted. And I was like, I'll be right back, Mara. I have to go do something in the kitchen.
Snow Dub Live. Hey, beautiful ladies. Good to see you. Snow Dub. Yeah, blind leading the blind. Yeah, shut up, Daniel.
Daniel.
Rag Fear. Hello. Hola. Good to see you. Making sure, like I said, French ABC. Bonjour, Mara and Steph.
Bonjour, French ABC. French ABC. I have my little character in Animal Crossing. She has a bonjour shirt. I got it for you.
That line is drawn in the sand, TD.
No. I got that shirt for ABC, for bonjour ABC, bonjour. For French ABC. Bonjour. I was like, when he comes into my stream, I can show him the bonjour shirt.
Medalong, hey ladies, everyone is already in bed, but I'm not even tired. Well, hopefully you enjoy the show.
That's how I feel sometimes.
The Major, hello ladies, good to see you. The Major. Will Gentry, the shit stirrer himself. Hey girls, has Lethal admitted he'd wear the Wonder Woman outfit yet? No, and I doubt he ever will.
Yeah.
Slash and Burn Theory, please don't hate me, but Roberta greater than Revy. While I do have a soft spot for Revy, Revy is my girl. She's the chibi up in the top corner there, and I have like Black Lagoon as a wallpaper in the background. But I like Roberta too. Like Roberta is like fucking psycho. And if you've not watched Black Lagoon, Steph, you might like it. You might like it. But Roberta is this she's a maid, but I can't tell too much of her backstory because there's a reason why she is psycho and able to do shit. Yeah, but she's awesome. She is awesome. D. Pansek, hello, Mara and Stephanie. Good to see you. Revenge of the Nether Realm. Hello, beautiful. Thank you so much, Revenge. Tim F. Well, beautiful ladies. I guess. Tim. This is Tim F. Let's see. Open airlock policy. How they could release Baldwin interview after reviewing it tells you what you need to know about their bubble. Yes.
Yeah, that interview was awful. Did him no favors at all. I watched it while it was live, and yeah, it was really, really.
I really didn't bother. It's like, you know what? I'll just like watch the articles because I'm pretty sure they're gonna rip it apart. And yeah, they did. They did. So, and the chat jumped on me. Hold on, I gotta scroll back up. Bobby Campbell, everyone, we are 27 days till we close down the curtain on 2021. Yes.
God, can you believe that?
Yeah.
And we're still dealing with COVID.
Yeah, and
and wearing
Continuing on
masks.
cold and flu season. Surprise, surprise. Mohammed Saeed. Hail, Steph and Mara. Hello, Mohammed. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Loose Cannon. I saw him in Mr. Grant Gregory's chat. He says, "Hello, everybody."
Hello, everybody.
Are they?
Hello.
$4.99 super chat from Master of the TDS. You missed it. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Like a chat jumped on me. So he said, "Insert sad waffle emote." He's sad because I'm sorry I missed saying hello to you, Master TDS, and he also gets sad when I admit that I like pancakes better than waffles. So yes, and he says, "Hello, ladies. Hello,
Oh, hello, loose cannon."
California refugees, the bane of Texas. Yeah, pretty much. Lethal for Nazi, $2. Fight. Well, we're not talking about any movies today, so I doubt we'll get into any like knuckle brawl throwdown or anything like that. So we'll see. Oh yeah, like pillow fights, and Lethal's like, yes. Will's like, oh, he'll admit it. He just needs to mature a bit first. When he reaches the old age of people like me and Rhino, he'll admit it. Probably not. Michael Brent, ever played Xenoblade Chronicles or Kingdom Hearts? Well, Lethal has played Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. So, and she has. I have not. At some point, I might, if I can get them for the PlayStation I have, maybe. Oh my God, Will, 2 for £2. You know you would. Lethal night, all sweet dreams. Good night, Will.
Good night, my sunshine.
Hope you have a good sleep. Blasphemy waffles are superior.
I don't like breakfast food. Like in general.
I love pancakes. I'm probably going to be like really embarrassed and like, you know, it's saying like admitting this, but whenever I was growing up, my parents gave us like nicknames, like animal nicknames based on our personalities. And one of mine was Monkey.
Monkey.
Yes, Monkey, because like whenever I was a baby and they would pick me up, I'd always kind of cling to their shirts, kind of like baby.
Oh my God, that's so cute. Don't put me down.
Yeah, don't put me down. I got another story to tell you guys where it's like that began the downward slope for my personality. But anyway, that's what I was called. So, and I loved pancakes. So they called it monkey food. So whenever like they would make it, that's what they would call it. So
Mara eats monkey food.
Yes, I do. So yes, I just embarrassed myself, but that's one of my nicknames growing up.
Monkey. I like that. I don't like this shirt. I'll be right back.
Heath Nation for $5. I started today watching the Bearcats win today and end watching the beautiful Jade and Steph, and it's my dad's birthday too, so happy birthday to your dad. Here's this offering. Thank you so much, Heath Nation, for that. Fuck you, Daniel.
What?
But Jade, Shadow, and Steph is better than Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, well, yes. I'll try playing it. I'm trying playing this. Yeah, because Daniel said because you're hairy, and that's why I said fuck you down. So anyway. So I got through everyone in the chat. So yes, that's a little bit of my like little Whittle Mara story when I was Whittle Mara, which yeah. So there it is. So let's get into the topics. So I'm going to leave it to my co-host to say which topic we go into first. We have Alec Baldwin. We have the kind of a cringe article talking about a comic with Penguin and Catwoman. The claims of anti-Semites and Holocaust deniers ratioing Santa Inc. trailer. And that's not... Then an article talking about Keanu Reeves saying that Warner Brothers wasn't ready for a trans character when the original Matrix came out. But then you also have Lily Wachowski, who's like now Lily, talking about how the original Matrix was an allegory for was a trans allegory.
Yeah, let's do. I haven't heard about the. I haven't heard about the Penguin Catwoman thing. Let's do that first.
Okay, so I did. So I'll share that screen. I like saw it today, and I was like reading it, and I was going. I you can see my face. I was like the rest of my face.
I like Trey. He goes Penguin and Catwoman. The fuck?
Yes. Yep. Here it is. Basically, Michelle Pfeiffer. Hold on, gave Danny DeVito's Penguin Catwoman romance comic her blessing. Danny DeVito wrote a story where the Penguin and Catwoman are deeply in love, but he was gracious enough to let his Batman Returns co-star know first, which is not exactly necessarily cringe in itself, but the plot is kind of what makes it cringe.
Oh my God, Santa Megatron, is this how I Am Not Starfire was born?
Yes, yeah. Yes, Santa Megatron. This is how
Oh.
I'm Not Starfire was born. But here, let's go into this, all right? All right, so here's...
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, the recently released Gotham City Villains Anniversary Giant issue number 1, features an unusual romance story between the Penguin and Catwoman, penned by Danny DeVito himself, who received the blessing of his Batman Returns co-star Michelle Pfeiffer. I did call Michelle and tell her that I was doing it, DeVito told Forbes. I said, look, it's like my fantasy and it's my dream come true to have an incredible romance with such a beautiful woman. Oswald I'm talking about, and Selena. She was very excited to hear about it. I don't know if she'll like the story. DeVito, okay, basically, this is talking about Batman Returns, where it didn't end exactly on a good note with Penguin attempting to kill Catwoman. So if you've seen Batman Returns, they don't exactly end on a romantic note. Bird Cat Love imagines an alternate Gotham where Penguin and Catwoman are not only in love, but fighting to end a global pandemic, obviously inspired by the real world's COVID-19. Like modern versions of Robin Hood, the duo steal a massive supply of vaccines, which they then distribute via air currents from the highest mountain in the northeastern United States. Fuck, this is my place.
Oh my God!
The story ends with the anti-heroes adopting 3 kittens and 3 baby penguins and pledging to work towards the betterment of the planet while redistributing funds from the rich whenever possible.
Oh my God! No fucking way.
Yeah, Trey's like, and we're what? What the fuck? What the fuck? Dear God, why? Hey, William Poe. Yeah, that's why I said, like, basically, like the romance in itself is not exactly entirely cringe. I mean, it is kind of cringe, but the plot. I read the plot and I was like,
I thought the romance was gonna be like the main thing. Nope, apparently they did.
No. They're anti-heroes and they're fighting the good fights against the pandemic. Apparently, and making sure those damn anti-vaxxers get the vaccine no matter what. So it's like,
oh my God.
Yeah. So this is actually a thing. This is
comics now.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito wrote this.
Yeah, Danny DeVito wrote it.
All right.
I love that character so much, DeVito said of the Penguin, pointing out that he jumped at the chance to write a story for the anniversary special. It was thrust upon me at a time when I've always been in love with Catwoman. Not only Oswald being in love with Catwoman, but Danny being in love with Michelle Pfeiffer. I jumped on the opportunity, and the first thing that came to mind was the romance. And then it was in the middle of COVID, and I said, look at what love can do. I just applied it to the story, and I sat down, and in a few weeks, you probably wrote it in less time than that, given that plot. I had knocked out the whole idea and wrote it, and they responded to it, and to have Dan Mora do the artwork, it's so brilliant. Yep. That is Bird Cat Love, ladies and gentlemen. Let me crash an ashtray into my crotch. Oh my God, you're muted again.
Sorry, my dogs keep barking. I'm trying not to let them interrupt. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it is. It's so cringe.
I published 3 days ago. Didn't even hear about it. On what website is this? Is this
CBR?
CBR.
Oh. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how the Penguin style would work. But yeah, so
he must have shown her his flipper trick.
Yes, he does. It's like
Oh my God.
Can you imagine, it's like spanking Catwoman's ass with his flipper or something like that?
Oh, this is terrible.
Danny DeVito's one
that came up with this. Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Take it in. Take this image in. This is now the state of comics. This is the anniversary special.
That's the anniversary. When does it come out? Did it say?
Let me see if it's down here. It's on sale now. Yeah, Gotham City Villains Anniversary Giant issue #1 is on sale now from DC.
Oh,
Yeah, take it in. That's the state of comics right now.
That is terrible. Like the artwork, don't get me wrong, the artwork looks okay. You know, it's fine. The image is disgusting. Like,
Yeah.
no, terrible. No, he's just like, it's like he said, I've always wanted to fuck Michelle Pfeiffer. This is the only way I'm ever gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because no rational person, I mean, like, without that in mind, comes up with this plot.
Read the plot again.
The
I need
plot.
to hear that cringe.
All right, okay, here. Here's the plot. Here's the plot
One
again.
more- read it. The chat needs to hear it again. Read it again.
All right, let me get my announcer voice.
Because I was laughing.
Yeah. Bird Cat Love imagines an alternate Gotham where Penguin and Catwoman are not only in love, but fighting to end a global pandemic obviously inspired by the real world's COVID-19. Like modern versions of Robin Hood, the duo steal a massive supply of vaccines, which they then distribute via air currents from the highest mountain in the northeastern United States. The story ends with the anti-heroes adopting 3 kittens and 3 baby penguins, and pledging to work towards the betterment of the planet while redistributing funds from the rich whenever possible.
Okay, so they take a massive supply of vaccines and distribute it via air currents.
Yeah,
like
air,
like
knows
smoke,
what direction to take.
Like
yeah, to basically just release it.
So they're basically vaccinating all the people that don't want to be vaccinated.
Yeah, so it's basically like, fuck you, anti-vaxxers, you're getting it whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, here you go. Wow, this is terrible. That is insane. And also, like, I don't think that you can you take vaccines like that? That's
not really. No, they have to be injected basically, so your body develops like doesn't fight it off.
Since you're a baby, they inject it with a needle.
Yeah. Well, basically, yeah. So basically, like, otherwise, if it's like a foreign invader, if your body thinks it's a foreign invader, it will reject it.
Yeah.
So the reason why you get the shot is because it goes directly into your bloodstream and things like that. So that way, like, the body gets used to it.
Yeah. So they're not really doing anyone favors.
No. Mike Hill becomes a channel member. Thank you so much, Mike Hill. Yeah, Rhea Perlman dumped him for a reason. Yeah. What planet am I living on? Well, not this reality.
A fucking clown world.
Mr. Bentham just got here. What is this? This is Bird Cat Love, Mr. Bentham.
Bird Cat Love.
Yeah.
Bird Cat is not going to become a thing, Danny DeVito.
No.
Try
the black
Bat Cat, all right? Bat Cat is a thing, not Bird Cat.
Yeah, Bat Cat.
Bat Cat.
They are poking the world, yes. Pegging the world. Yes. So basically it's Bird Cat Love. Mike Hill for $5 says Danny DeVito also expressed interest in returning to play the Penguin, which would be interesting. Yeah, I like him as Penguin.
Mind that. I mean, bring Danny DeVito back. I loved him as the Penguin. He was so good. Now we're gonna see how. And you know what? I've actually liked every version of the Penguin. So I like Danny DeVito's. I like the guy that came on and played Gotham's Penguin. I thought he was really good as the Penguin. Early version, he transformed into the Penguin. I'm interested in seeing Colin Farrell in the Batman because I didn't even know that was him. Did you know that was him?
No. When I saw the trailer, I was like, who's that? I mean, I didn't even recognize the actor, and then I saw articles saying that Colin Farrell was underneath all that prosthetics, and I was holy shit.
I know it was really good prosthetics. So I'm interested in that, but like, so I would like Danny DeVito to come back. That would be really cool. That'd be awesome if he came back.
I mean, they're opening up the multiverse, so hey, you have alien Batman out there. Yeah,
shit's possible, but this right here, this ain't it.
No. Have you seen
the shippers need to be stopped at all costs?
Yeah. You see Batman 66, like Burgess Meredith's Penguin? That is like so schlocky and cheesy. But yeah. That wasn't my necessarily introduction to Penguin, but it was like one of the early ones I saw. And when you compare it to Danny DeVito, it is like night and day. It's kind of like comparing Cesar Romero's Joker in 66 to like Jack Nicholson's Joker. It's like night and day, pretty much.
My intro was the animated series, and then Danny DeVito later.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't start getting into comics until like I was in high school. So And so yeah, that was like my intro to the Penguin, was the animated series, and I thought that was good. That looked like Danny DeVito's Penguin looks like the animated series Penguin.
Yeah.
But this right here, it's just
Hey,
like
Tulsa.
no. No. Mm-mm. Not even in an alternate Gotham reality would I want this.
No. I was like, that's why I said, it's like, I kind of started reading this article and like, this is cringe, but it's like, yeah, it's like whatever. And then I read the plot and I was like, yeah, we need to we need to tear this shit apart because it's yeah, and like someone said like earlier, Rhea Perlman dumped him for a reason. We're seeing why. Maybe he was having a little too many fantasies with this, and like wanting her dressed up as Catwoman.
He's
in the
on
bedroom.
Twitter, right? I wonder if he's tweeting about it. Let me look.
19K Fox. I loved Batman Returns. I loved it too.
I did too. You know, people had a problem with it because it was so dark. But like I enjoyed that. That's Gotham. It's gritty. It's gross.
Yeah.
You know, but people had a problem with it, with Danny DeVito being like too scared for the kids, and that's why they changed it and made it like fucking neon, which is bullshit. I liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but like it's
I didn't watch it when it came out. I watched it later, but I mean, I liked it.
I mean, yeah, I was like, I don't want to say how old I was when it came out because I'll like basically like reveal how old I am basically, but I was young. So like a little bit later, I watched it, and at the same time, I was like, I had no problem with it. I actually liked it, and the fact that like Tim Burton actually gave like character to Gotham, because Gotham in itself is a character. And he like with the Gothic architecture that he used and everything, I was like, oh, this actually feels like Gotham. Like if Gotham became reality, this is what I think Gotham would be. And then, like you said, with Batman Forever, it's like adding all those like neon colored shit and everything. And I was like,
yeah,
I mean, this is all right, but not what I would prefer, pretty much.
Batman Forever was one of the first movies or was the first Batman movie I saw in theater. No, he's not tweeting about it. Oh yeah, he is.
Oh, okay.
He did.
Hey Lola, good to see you. Hey, Nick McCabe. Hello, everyone.
Like, the artwork looks good.
The artwork is like fine. It's just it's like trying to like not to lose your dinner or whatever, staring at like the image of like Catwoman and Penguin kissing each other in the romance angle, and then had the cringe plot on top of it. And I'm like, that's the state of DC right now. So here it is.
Yeah, see, the artwork looks good. First off, look at this picture.
Yeah, stick to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Look at that. But I like this artwork. This artwork looks cool. They don't. I like how like they're just kind of like, oh, let's not tell them what it's about.
Yeah.
Let's just show them the imagery. Because people are so excited for this. The Penguin should have a toe knife and an extreme political agenda. What the fuck? I am not a human being. I am an animal. Cold-blooded. Oh, yeah. Look at this. This person make Penguin the good guy. What the fuck?
Yeah. No, Penguin's not the good guy. Like the artwork is fine. It's good. But like you said, like they're not revealing the plots, and then CBR handled that for them. So
terrible.
Michael Quaid says, I'm trying to stick around and be supportive. I'm just going back and forth from another stream, and Andrew Tate is hard to miss out on. He's an interesting guy. No worries, Michael. No worries. Like a lot of people stream around this time of year, especially when people are like off with the holidays coming up. So there's that. Dr. Coffin Nails, what up, ladies? What up, Dr. Coffin Nails? Good to see you. Yeah, shout out to Paul Rubens. Yes, he played Penguin's father in that. In that like brief scene where you see the parents. Yeah, that's Paul.
Oh yeah. He did. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So there, I'll just like stop sharing the screen because I don't think we need to exactly talk about that any further. But yeah, so basically it's love in the time of COVID. Essentially, it's what it amounts to be, pretty much in an alternate reality Gotham. So there is that. So I'm going to close that CBR article. So now we have Alec Baldwin. The defense of Santa Inc.'s trailer, basically defense being that a bunch of anti-Semites and Holocaust deniers were responsible for flooding the comment section of the trailer for Santa Inc. And then not only is Keanu Reeves saying that the original Matrix was, or at least Warner Brothers was not ready for a trans character in the original Matrix, but Lily Wachowski is saying that the Matrix itself, basically the original trilogy and so forth, was a trans allegory. So there is that. So hello, Ira, Darth Aggie. Good to see you, Ira. So yeah. Thank you, Lola. It's like love you two ladies. Love your takes on these IPs. Thank you so much. Yeah, like oh yeah, 3%. Yeah, it's bombing hard. But yeah, so I think let's just go into Alec Baldwin, the Alec Baldwin shit, and save like
Okay.
the cringe with Matrix and Santa Inc. for like last. So I know people are kind of getting sick and tired of seeing this man's ugly face, pretty much. But he did an interview with George Stephanopoulos recently, and it did him no favors whatsoever. No favors whatsoever. To the point where he says he feels no guilt following shooting and killing of Helena Hutchins. Never mind that he held the gun, pointed it at a human. Never mind if he thought it was loaded or not. You never fucking point a gun at anyone. You always treat it as if it's loaded. And unless there was like something wrong with the trigger, there's the only way that it would have gone off is if he pulled the trigger, which is what fucking happens.
I bet it did. I bet he said he cocked the gun, and then he released the hammer.
Yeah,
and that's when the gun went off.
Yeah,
I released the hammer, and the gun went off. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
I bet he pulled the trigger to release the hammer.
Yeah. Like that's one of only ways that you can release the hammer. The only other way that you can release the hammer is if you take your thumb and like slowly cock it back into position.
Yeah. His this interview was terrible. I mean, I have Hulu, so it's on Hulu right now. We can go through it and break it down. That's, it was terrible. The interview was terrible. It did him absolutely no favors whatsoever. It was just George Stephanopoulos, who is his friend, asking him hard-hitting questions and him shifting the blame to all of these outside sources and not taking any responsibility for himself. Absolutely none whatsoever.
Yeah. Real fast, Lancer says, what do you both like more, Dark City or the Matrix quadrilogy? I actually like Dark City more, not to say I hate the Matrix. I do love those movies too. They do feel inspired by Dark City. Most likely they were, in a way. I do have a soft spot for Dark City. It's kind of like, I wouldn't say a gem, but like a kind of a hidden one. Where it's has that kind of dystopian atmosphere and things like that, much like with the Matrix. So let's see. Golfer's Dog. Alec Baldwin should have played the Tim Burton version of Deadshot. Yes. Let's see. Making sure. The actor who played Fun Boy in the Crow movie felt guilty about Brandon Lee's death when he found out the bullet that killed him came from his gun. Yes, he felt guilty. Yeah. He felt guilty. He actually, even though it was not necessarily his fault, he still felt guilt because he was responsible.
Well, I mean,
for his death, inadvertently, but responsible.
Yeah, so. You feel those types of, even if it's an accident, you feel as a person with a sympathetic person, as a human being, you have to feel that kind of guilt, right? Because even if it's an accident, even if something bad happened, there's always that like, damn, what if I checked it? This would never have happened. There's always like that little thing, like, what if I did this differently? What if I did this differently? It wouldn't have happened because of that guilt. You feel guilt for anything. But Alec Baldwin is a fucking narcissist. He won't feel that way. He won't tell you that he feels guilt. He'll cry because poor me, all of this is happening to me. He won't cry for the family of Helena. He won't cry for crew members who were affected. He won't cry for, I think it was like for the other person who got shot. No, he cries for himself because of how it's affecting him, not for anybody else. And this interview like really showed that. It showed that because he's crying over his career and how it's affected him and how it's affected his family. But he has absolutely no sympathy for anybody else but himself.
Ragnar saying it was an old-timey gun like the ones of the old westerns where the heroes would basically fan the hammer and pull the trigger. Back then, guns had no safeties, which is true. But at the same time, it's like any gun made nowadays, where it's like there's only one of two ways that hammer is coming back. You pull the trigger, or you slowly cock the hammer back into position. So, let's go into this, and see what exactly this asshole is saying. Or said. So he did the interview with George Stephanopoulos, did him no favors, pretty much. Before Baldwin declared he didn't feel any guilt, the actor walked Stephanopoulos through the events leading up to the shooting and killing of Helena Hutchins. Baldwin tells Stephanopoulos, "That day I did exactly what I've done every day on that movie." Oh, really? You shoot anybody else? The scene is the two guys are there who have got me cornered, and they think I'm shot pretty bad and I'm kind of wilting, and they have a gun, and then a sound outside distracts them, and I then draw the gun at a cross draw out of my holster, cross draw, to pull the gun up like that and start to cock the pistol, basically, and cut. I am handed a gun, and someone declares this is a cold gun. The first assistant director, Baldwin adds. So this is blame victim number one, or like first victim to be blamed, the assistant director. All right, yeah. But again, you handle every gun as if it's loaded. Like, even if someone tells you and is handing you a gun and says this is not loaded, you fucking check that piece of that piece. Basically, you make sure there's no rounds in that chamber. If it's a old timey gun, like Ragfear said, or a modern day where you release a magazine and make sure there's nothing in the chamber. That's what you do. You don't just take the gun and go, "Oh, it must be cold," so I'll just point it at someone, pretty much. So, hey, all brightest day, good to see you.
Hi.
Basically, nice as for someone who's worked on so many films that also involved guns, you'd think that he would remember that. That's gun safety 101. Every time that you're film it or whatever, they always go through a gun safety course. And you think someone who's been in Hollywood for as long as he has would remember that.
He has a big ego.
Yeah.
No, he's not going to.
The Rust actor and producer then said, "In my years on the sets of films, hot gun meant that there was a charge in there, and cold gun meant there was nothing in there. When he's saying this is a cold gun, what he's saying to everybody on the set is that you can relax, the gun is empty. You still check it. Well, cold gun means there's no charge in there. There could be dummy rounds." So, yeah. Baldwin is then asked about the type of rehearsal he was doing for the scene. He responded, "It was a marking rehearsal where I'm going to show her."
I actually have that clipped. Do you want to hear him say
it? Sure.
And that's the part where he starts to blame Helena Hutchins.
Yeah, I am handed a gun. Yes, passive language. Yes, you did name it, Stig, you boomer. And I'm going to tell the girls in the D&D game tomorrow how you forgot that you actually named my live stream. Too late to stay quiet. Yeah, it's out there now. All right, here.
So
this is a marking rehearsal where I'm going to show her. She's standing next to the camera. She's like this. You're me. She's got a monitor here. The camera is here filming that way. She takes a monitor that is his monitor, the operator, and turns it toward her. It swivels, and she says to me, "Hold the gun up. Lower. Go to your right. Okay, right there. Right, do that. And show a little bit lower." And she's getting me to position the gun. Everything is in her direction.
Yeah, so she's getting me to position the gun in her direction while there's a monitor that she's looking at, and she's directing him like this, looking at the monitor. And it's not frozen, it's just the audio.
Okay.
Guiding me through how she wants me to hold the gun for this angle. And I draw the gun out, and I find a mark, I draw the gun out, and I go cock. And what's really urgent is the gun wasn't meant to be fired in that angle.
So if you're shooting directly into the camera lens, you're not aiming.
I'm not shooting into the camera lens. I'm shooting just off.
Just off.
Right, in her direction. I'm holding the gun where she told me to hold it, which ended up being aimed right in below her armpit, was what I was told. This was a completely incidental shot, an angle that may not have ended up in the film at all. But we kept doing this, so then I said to her, "Now in this scene, I'm going to cock the gun." I said, "Do you want to see that?" And she said, "Yes." So I take the gun and I start to cock the gun. I'm not going to pull the trigger. I said, "Do you see that?" She said, "Well, just cheat it down and tilt it down a little bit like that." And I cock the gun and go, "Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that?" And she says, and then I let go of the hammer of the gun, and the gun goes off.
You don't just let go of the fucking hammer.
At the moment.
You don't.
Yeah, that was the moment the gun went off.
Yeah.
It's so like you can totally and completely tell that that's what his lawyers directed him to say. Like, under no circumstances do you say you pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
Like, under no circumstances do you say you pulled the trigger. And he's just like, I let go of the hammer, the gun went off. Because I let go of the hammer, the gun went off. You can tell that's where they're going with this, because their defense is someone brought some imaginary person, this mystery person, whoever this person is, it's a mystery person that's not been identified yet, brought a live round to set a live round. So it's this mystery person that they're blaming, and they're blaming the bullets, not Alec Baldwin. He didn't pull the trigger. Like, that's their whole defense. That's what they're going with. I only I pulled the hammer back or whatever, and the gun went off. That's when the gun went off. I never pulled the trigger. You can tell that that's exactly what his lawyers are directing him to say.
Yeah, it's everyone, like, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Like, it's like you said, some mystery person who brought a live round. Somehow a live round ended up in the gun. It's the assistant director's fault for telling me it's a cold gun. It's this person's fault, and things like that. But it's not my fault, because I just let the hammer can't.
Yeah,
I just let the hammer go.
The gun went off. The gun went off by itself.
So I'm like, but still, yeah. Again, basically, gun handling. You don't just release the hammer. You don't just release it. You literally have to guide it back. Otherwise, if you just release it and it hits, the round's going to come out. That's the whole point of the fucking hammer, is to get the round to come out.
And it really upset me when he was talking about what happened, right? Because he's supposedly, right? Supposedly recalling what led to him shooting Helena. He fucking shot her, okay? What led to him shooting her, okay? He's recalling this. And when you're watching it live, like, in no way at all does he ever choke up thinking about what happened. There's no guilt there. He doesn't feel responsible. It's always poor. It's for him, it's poor me. This happened to me. Yeah. So when recalling it, he just shot someone dead. You would think that would have an effect on you emotionally as a person.
I mean, hell,
but not him. He's recalling what happened.
Yeah, the actor who played
Fun Boy. Not getting emotional at all.
Yeah, the actor. I was pointing out in the chat earlier that the actor who played Fun Boy, and The Crow, basically quit acting after that. He was so devastated that he was the cause of Brandon Lee's death.
Yeah, so that guy quit acting, right? Yeah. In the Kyle Rittenhouse case, when he's recalling what happened and what led him to defend his life, he starts tearing up and he can barely recall it because it affected him so much. But here's Alec Baldwin keeping a straight face. Not only that, but he's blaming Helena Hutchins for pointing the gun at her. It's my fault I was pointing it at her because she directed me to. And even later on, he's just like, unless the assistant, whatever her title was, I can't remember, unless she directs me to point the gun at her. It's just like, what the fuck, dude? What the hell? When he's recalling this and he's not getting emotional at all. Not getting emotional at all when recalling any of this. You would think that it would have an effect on him, even after it's so soon after. It's so soon after that. You would think that it would have an effect on him as he's recalling what happened. If it were true, if what he was saying was the truth, maybe it would have an effect on him. Maybe. I really think that he's a narcissist. He doesn't fucking care. And a sociopath, and he doesn't fucking care. But he's telling his story so that he doesn't get in trouble. So it's no longer affecting him. It's disgusting. This interview was disgusting. Yeah. It pissed me off when he said that.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they go into... Yeah, he's still talking about her because he says, and Stephanopoulos says, and you're holding on to the hammer. He says, I'm just showing her. And I go, how about that? Does that work? You see that? So basically it's it's like, well, it's on her because she was guiding me.
Yeah.
Everyone is horrified. They are shocked. It's loud. They don't have their earplugs in. The gun was supposed to be empty. I was told I was handed an empty gun. You still check it. You don't just believe anybody who gives you a gun. She goes down. I thought to myself, did she faint? The notion that there was a live round in that gun did not dawn on me until probably 45 minutes to an hour later.
That is
That loud noise didn't clue you in?
I know that is completely 100% ridiculous. When he's like, I thought she fainted. Are you fucking? Not only did you shoot her, but you shot someone else.
Yeah.
Was there no blood anywhere? That
Well, like,
that
learning
maybe
from,
showed
like-
you that you shot two people? Was nobody screaming out in pain like, holy shit, I've just been shot? The fact that he's just playing
Yeah.
oblivious.
Yeah.
His lawyers are like, play oblivious. I guarantee he's playing oblivious because nobody, if someone
No.
is shot, there is going to be blood. If someone's shot, falls to the floor, blood's coming out. If you shoot
Well, not
two
only-
people, one is
not
dead
only-
and one is injured, there's
Yeah,
going to be blood.
Not only
It's
is there going to
so
be
fucking
blood, there's going to be
ridiculous.
blood splatter. You're telling me that you're standing close enough to her because
Yeah.
like she's guiding the scene, like nothing's going to splatter onto you, and you don't maybe initially there might be shock because like the loud sound, the gun goes off, and there might be like a pause there. But you're saying 45 minutes to an hour, you don't realize that like this shit has gone down. You don't see like a woman lying on the floor bleeding from like where the bullet penetrated her, went through, and hit someone else.
Yeah. It's
Like,
so
how do you not?
ridiculous.
How are you that oblivious? And I'm saying
Yeah.
that like rhetorically,
And
because there's no way you
he's
would-
not oblivious. He knows exactly what happened. He's playing oblivious.
Yeah.
He's pretending that he doesn't know what happened. He's pretending that he's an idiot and doesn't realize that he just shot someone.
Yeah, Mr. Grant Gregory for another Oz. Well, and like when I say another, I mean like Lethal sent one earlier, but another Aussie $2 super chat. Alec Baldwin, she blocked my bullet. It's on her. Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so like I'm not really going to go into the entirety of this, but basically like he doesn't feel
He
guilty.
blames it on wadding. He thinks it's
Yeah.
wadding, right? He's
Yeah.
like, did she get hit with wadding? No one could understand. Did she have a heart attack?
Yeah.
Seriously? Did she have a heart attack? And he's just like, the fact that someone brought a live round never would have crossed our minds. Well,
Yeah.
give me a fucking break.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess.
And he said right here, look, scroll up, scroll back. He said, I went up to her and then we were immediately told to get out of the building. We were forced to get out of the building. The medics came in. I stood over her for 60 seconds and she laid there in shock. So you stood over her for 60 seconds and there was no blood. You thought she fainted? Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
You
Seriously.
stood over her for a minute looking. You stood over. You didn't check her, right? You didn't check her. You didn't
Check her pulse
squat
or
down to
anything?
check her.
Check
to
her
see
pulse
what was
here
wrong.
and here.
If she had a heart attack, wouldn't you think that you would be like, oh my gosh, let me start compressions if she has a heart? No, you just stood over her.
Yeah.
Like a psycho just stands over someone that they just shot, right? Like a psycho. That's a psycho. I just stood over her and looked at her for 60 seconds. Are you fucking kidding me? And in those 60 seconds, you didn't think, holy shit, I just shot someone because there's blood. Not to mention I shot someone else who's probably screaming out in pain in those fucking 60 seconds.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. His whole story is completely fabricated and it makes no sense.
$5 from Nico Glock. Hello, Nico. He says, hi, ladies. Thank you so much, Nico. And Aussie $14.99 from Daniel James says, so the media has tried to, as hard as possible, to save Baldwin's career in the public arena. Completely opposite to what they did in the Rittenhouse case. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gotta protect Baldwin.
100%. And it's not working because people already are just like, Alec Baldwin's an asshole. Alec Baldwin's already an asshole. He already has
He's always has been.
reputation
He
of
always
being
has
an
been.
asshole.
Yeah.
And they were just like, hopefully, they were thinking maybe this interview will make him appear a little bit more sympathetic, right? No, absolutely not. It didn't. If anything, it made him look like a douchebag.
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, it's like I'm going through like his statements, basically, and I'm like, yeah, it's like didn't bother to check, like just stared down at her when she went down. He went down, and he says when she went down, he's talking about the director who was hit by the bullet because it was through and through. When she went down, he went down and was screaming very loudly, and I thought, what is he screaming? What happened? Loud noise, blood.
Oblivious. Let's play
screaming.
Oblivious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loud noise, blood, screaming.
What is he screaming? What happened? Meanwhile, I'm standing over Helena for 60 seconds, but I still don't know what happened because I'm an idiot, right?
Yeah.
He's playing oblivious. He's playing oblivious.
Yeah, so I guess
Um,
the interview's out there if you got like all in here. Like, here it is, like some clips
go
here.
back to where he says, hold on, wait.
I'm just like trying to find.
There's so much in this interview
Yeah.
that is just so incredibly infuriating.
No one had any idea because, like he says, had you known Joel had been hit, said no one had any idea until that sheriff's officer said to me, "This is the slug, 45 caliber slug that they took out of Joel's arm."
Like, what did they do it right there on the set? Oh, look, here's the slug. The police officer came out with the slug.
No.
What the fuck?
No,
It's
and
ridiculous.
they're not gonna do it right on the
real shoulder, a 45 caliber slug. It was a real bullet, and that's when he's just kind of like, I don't know, a real bullet's gone on set. I don't know who put it there. I don't know who put the real bullet there. It's this mystery person, right? They're gonna blame an outside mystery person. Blame for how the bullet ended up on set. He knows how it ended up on set, but that they weren't following protocol.
No,
and then he goes on and he says, like, we have an armorer, and that term is new to me. An armorer. I didn't know what it was called before. And they're like, what did you call it? It's a prop guy. It's a prop guy. A prop guy. That's what we call it, a prop guy. Give me a fucking break. Because later on in the interview, it shows a quote from George Clooney, who uses the term armorer. So you're telling me, Alec Baldwin, in the 40 years that you've been acting, you have no idea what an armorer is, even though you've been on countless movie sets with guns. Give me a fucking break. You know exactly what an armorer is.
Yeah. Another $5 from Nico Clocks. And when does shooting resume on the set of Rust? Right, little fun there. Yes. We'll see. But yeah, I've never heard of an armorer. Yes, even though, like, he's also been
exactly what an armorer is.
in Hollywood for as long as Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous that they even included that quote from George Clooney where he uses the term armorer, because if you're in Hollywood and you are using guns, you're hiring an armorer. They're the ones that are in charge of the fucking guns. Like, they're the ones that are in charge of the guns, the armorer. You can't tell me that he doesn't fucking know what an armorer is. Give me a break. Again, it's just him playing oblivious. This happened to me. Poor me. I'm the real victim. And the fact that he came out and was like, I don't want to make myself out to seem like a victim. But then he ends up making himself out to be the victim. It's like, give me a fucking break. In the same breath, he says that.
Well, here we are at the point where he doesn't take responsibility, basically, he says. However, before he made that statement, he defended himself from a number of criticisms he faced for the shooting and killing of Hutchins. He stated, people said to me, I got countless people online saying, you idiot, you never point a gun at someone. Yeah, you don't. Well, unless you are told it's empty and it is the director of photography who is instructing you on the angle of a shot we are going to do. Yes, not my fault.
Said that.
And she and I had this thing in common where we both thought it was empty and it wasn't. And that's not her responsibility. That's not my responsibility. Whose responsibility remains to be seen? No, it is. It's everyone's responsibility to include yours. You're handling the gun. Mm-hmm. You make sure that there's no live rounds, especially live rounds in it. But there should be no rounds, period, if you're just doing a blocking shot.
Right. And when he said that, he's like, well, unless you're told that it's empty and it's the director of photography who's instructing you on the angle of the shot we're going to do. He said that so matter-of-factly, so pompously, it was infuriating. A horrible interview. I don't know why they even put it out there. He came off looking so bad.
Yeah, like did him absolutely no favors. And it's like, again, like I said, everyone is responsible, but you are particularly responsible because you are handling this weapon. You want to make sure that there's nothing in it that could actually kill someone, possibly even inadvertently. So you always check it to make sure. If someone hands it to you and says it's a cold gun, you make sure you cock. If it's a magazine, you release the magazine to make absolutely sure. If it's the old-time revolver, you pop that shit out and go, okay, there's no rounds in it. Okay, there you go. You make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanopoulos then interjects, well, there are some who say that you are never supposed to point a gun at anyone on set no matter what. No, unless the person is the cinematographer who is directing me where to point the gun for her camera angle. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. She told me to do it.
But before that, before she tells me to point it in the direction she wants me to point it in, you still had to make fucking sure there's nothing in it that could go off.
I know. It wasn't my fault. I was given what someone told me was a cold gun. It wasn't my fault. She told me to point the gun in her direction. It wasn't my fault. Someone mysteriously brought a bullet on set. All of these things happened to me. But I'm not I don't want to pretend to be a victim here. I don't want to pretend to be a victim.
Yeah.
God, this interview was terrible.
Daniel James says, I'm Aussie. I know nothing about guns except this. If you're holding a gun, you're responsible for anything that happens with that gun whilst it's in your possession. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter if the cinematographer is telling you to point it in a particular direction. You are responsible for making sure that you are following safety guidelines and you make sure that there's nothing in it that could kill anyone or yourself, pretty much. In a clip posted to ABC News Twitter account, Baldwin claimed he did not feel any guilt.
Yeah, play that clip. Play that clip.
Okay.
He
Your emotions are so clearly so right there on the surface. You felt shock. You felt anger. You felt sadness. Do you feel guilt?
No. I feel that there is. I feel that someone is responsible for what happened, and I can't say who that is, but I know it's not me.
Baldwin now awaiting the outcome of the sheriff's investigation.
Let's pause. Like, that's so fucking I hate how he's led into that question by, what is it, Stephanopoulos? Your emotions are clearly so there on the surface. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
Your emotions are clearly
You don't even feel the
surface.
slightest guilt. You just killed a human being.
Not even a tiny bit of guilt. No, why? Because guilt equals, to him and his
Responsibility.
lawyers,
He doesn't take
probably
responsibility.
guilt equals guilty, right?
Yeah.
But you can still have a guilty conscience for doing what you did. Of course you would feel guilty. It could have been an accident. It's an accident, right?
Yeah.
In your stance, this is an accident. It was an accident that happened. And you can still feel guilt about it. But not Alec Baldwin. No. Right away. No. And the way he says it too. No.
Yeah.
I'm not at fault here.
I don't know like what he was like, what his people were thinking, like allowing this interview, allowing the clips to get out.
Yeah. No. I feel that someone's responsible for what happened, and I can't say who that is. But I know
it's not me. Yeah.
I know it's not me.
I'm
God.
holding the gun and
Fuck
pointing
you,
at it.
Alec Baldwin. Fuck you. Piece of trash. And again, blaming like this mysterious person who brought the bullet on set, right? Someone's responsible. I don't know. But it's not me.
Yeah.
This interview, absolutely, Ira. This interview will be used against him. I can't see how.
Well, this right here, an affidavit obtained by Deadline claims that Baldwin fired the gun. It reads in part, the prop gun was fired by the actor Alec Baldwin, striking the cinematographer identified as Lena Hutchins and Joel Souza, who was behind the cinematographer. It further states the armorer was given the prop gun after it was fired by actor Alec Baldwin, and she then took the spent casing out of the prop gun. Joel explained that prior to the discharge of the firearm by actor Alec Baldwin, they had been working on preparing for the scene before lunch. It later says in the affidavit. Not my fault.
Not my fault.
Not my fault. Not my fault.
And then he actually goes on to talk about Trump. Hold on, look, I have that.
Okay, I'll stop sharing this one because that's the end of the Bounty in the Comics article.
I have that. It's right here. Let me share that because George Stephanopoulos, right? It was a little bit after they started talking about George Clooney, and because they were like, he kind of made it seem like Alec Baldwin was targeted, right? That's why this mysterious bullet came to be on the set and in the gun, because Alec Baldwin was targeted. All right, so let me show you this clip. It's so fucking ridiculous. Hold on.
Which one of the brothers? Because I imagine probably it was Steven, because he's, while not exactly the best actor, he's probably the most sane of the brothers. So yeah.
Daniel. It was Daniel.
One of your brothers, Daniel, suggested.
And again,
okay,
this is it's just clipped, or it's not. It's just the audio.
Okay.
One of your brothers, Daniel, suggested that you've also become a target for your political views. Do you agree with that?
Well, I don't think that anybody has said anything about has used this as an opportunity other than people you would fully expect to have done that.
Like President Trump?
The former president of the United States said that I'm a wacko or whatever, and I probably shot her and killed her on purpose.
Or loaded the gun.
He said I did it deliberately. He said he killed her deliberately. And I thought to myself, just when you think that things can't get more surreal, here's the former president of the United States making a comment on this tragic situation.
One of your brothers, Daniel, suggested that you've also become a target for your political abuse. Do you agree?
So fucking ridiculous. So the fact that they even brought it up.
Yeah.
And they brought it up because it's like a conspiracy theory, right? That it was a Trump supporter who brought the bullet on set. That's the only reason they brought it up.
Oh yeah, the woman who said that was the former actress who was the first actress to play the mom on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And I was reading the article on one of the live streams, and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting to see why Will Smith had her ass fired. Like she came off as a nutcase in that regard. Yeah, but yeah, the conspiracy theory that like a Trump supporter snuck the bullets onto the sets, like
Yeah.
like what the hell? Yeah, like
dumb.
Trump's out of office. Like let the hate boner release the hate boner. He's out of office. All right, pretty much. I don't get why these people just are stuck on Trump. Yeah, Adam Baldwin, who's distantly related to the Baldwin brothers, yes, he is red-pilled. He's actually sane. And Stephen, Alec Baldwin, one of Alec Baldwin's like brothers, like actual brothers, is also sane. He's not the best actor, but he's like the sane one of the group. So Stephen and Adam are like the sane ones of the Baldwins. So there's that. So yeah, basically Alex saying, not my fault. Not my fault.
Oh, you know what? I just realized I don't have my head on.
Oh well.
But yeah, the interview did him absolutely no favors. It's just,
yeah,
it was a terrible interview, and it just it's infuriating. It was infuriating watching it. It's on Hulu. Honestly, not worth your time unless you want to get pissed off even more.
I'm innocent. 7 says the gun went off due to climate change. Obviously, yes.
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously, yes. So, but okay. So now that we've talked about the interview that Alec Baldwin gave, that's very likely will be used against him because that like shit's gonna continue following this incident. That we have, hey Keely, good to see you. We have probably not the first one, but one of the ones that I found, and that is the claims that here it is. On Daily Dot, anti-Semites and Holocaust deniers flood comments on trailer for Seth Rogen Christmas movie. Basically, they're the reason why these anti-Semites and Holocaust deniers are the reason why they turned off the comments.
Hold on, we got to end this Alec Baldwin shit on a funny a funny note, not an angry note. Oh my god, this was just on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Look at this shit.
All right.
Tyler Fisher, he was on FNT last night.
All right.
I think the big question is, and one you must have asked yourself 1,000 times, is how did this happen? Well, I know what happened. I know exactly who did it. It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled. Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger. So you never pulled the trigger? No. I would never point a gun at someone and pull a trigger at them. How did a real bullet get on that set? It was Kyle Rittenhouse. He put a live bullet in a gun. A bullet that wasn't even supposed to be in the property. Actually, come to think of it, there were other people there. Who was it? Donald Trump was there, yes, and Tucker Carlson was also there. They both handed him the bullet at the same time. Kyle and Tucker Carlson. You say you're not a victim, but is this collusion? Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I'd say case closed. Really, it's an open and closed case. We don't need to go wasting people's time with the trial. So thank you, George. We cleared it up, and we don't have to talk about this again.
Oh my god!
Tucker Carlson and Trump handed the bullet. Both handed the bullet.
That is so fucking funny. Oh my god! Yeah, we had to end it on.
Oh, that actually is gold. He's like,
that is fucking awesome.
It's like, that was an open shut case. We don't need to waste people's time with the trial. So Oh my god. $5 super chat from Abu Na, sending my love, hugs, and kisses to my awesome VP and the lovely Stephanie. You ladies stay doing God's work and looking good doing it. Thank you so much, Abu Nas. Hope you were enjoying this show. And yes, I'm saying lols for that video. Hey Momonty. And I guess this was oh for fuck's sake, I think that's the article I had up initially. So yeah, and Tina Guzman says he can't admit that he did it or feels guilty. He never admits guilt from what I've heard. Yeah, he won't, because that's what narcissists do. They don't admit guilt. They don't feel guilt. They don't believe they did anything wrong. It's everyone else's fault but theirs. That's basically how like textbook narcissists act, as well as psychopaths and sociopaths. So, hey Zachariah, good to see you. Yeah,
Zachariah.
but back to this. It's not people thinking the trailer sucked. It's not people thinking that it was like just looked utter shit or anything like that. No, we are anti-Semites and Holocaust deniers flooding the comment section on their trailer, and that's why they had to take the comments, disable the comments on YouTube, and that ratio, that was shown.
Yeah, it's at like at last time I saw it was at 106. Now I think it's at like 109 or something. I don't know. I don't have that Google extension. If Nymans is here, I think Nymans has it. He told me about it. But yeah, it's so fucking stupid. Their go-to. We pissed off a lot of white supremacists.
Yes,
it's all these anti-Semites. Nah.
And I love how Seth Rogen is his white, and he's blaming white supremacists for the reaction to his movie or show or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be.
Maybe y'all just made some shit.
Yeah.
Maybe you just made some shit. But no, Hollywood will never, ever, 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 ever admit that they made crap. Nope. Everything they make is comedy gold. Everything they make is perfect, and it's what they think that you need.
Yeah.
And if you don't agree with that, then fuck you anti-Semite.
And this is the same guy who told someone, like, whose car was broken into. I had my car broken into 15 times, and I was fine, pretty much. This is the same dude who said, one of the times they left a knife, and I thought it was cool. So it's like, what the fuck? Not everyone can afford to get their shit back or buy their shit again if their car is broken into. So yeah, maybe come down from your ivory tower once in a while. But no, he's not going to do that.
I know, they're so fucking out of touch. It's horrible.
But anyway,
they have so many people now because, they have so many people now celebrating them because they're, going, I don't know, with woke culture. So they're celebrated, and it just feeds their ego. That's what it does. It feeds their ego, and they think that they can do no wrong anymore. It's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, Michael Quaid's like, I don't know how they figured me out. Yes.
Me either. I don't know how they figured me out either.
Yeah. Which is ironic because my Polish ancestry through my mom's side, I'm like European Jew. So it's like, but I'm anti-Semitic because I think a trailer is shit, apparently. So yeah.
No, the comments weren't immediately shut off. There were comments there for a bit.
Oh yeah, but recently they disabled the comments.
Basically. Yeah, that was recent that they disabled the comments.
Right, anti-Semites and Holocaust deniers are brigading the comment section of the trailer for an upcoming HBO Max Christmas special. Brigading refers to coordinated trolling campaigns. Yes, because we're just a troll army. We have coordinated attacks, apparently. Many of the comments clearly violate YouTube's policies prohibiting hate speech. I'm sure she has receipts. It's like basically that's the animated series, blah, blah, blah. The plot line centers on an elf voiced by Sarah Silverman who wants to take over the role of Santa Claus, played by Seth Rogen. It's not clear precisely what attracted the attention of anti-Semites and Holocaust deniers. Maybe the product is shit. That two Jewish people, Silverman and Rogen, who have had good careers up until now, so worst anti-Semite.
Really?
Worst anti-Semitic ever.
I know. You would think that they would try to be bringing them down.
Yes.
And they're having shit careers, and it's hard for them to do stuff because of all of that.
Yeah. God. It's like us white supremacists. We gotta learn to be better. Like, oh my God. Silverman and Rogan are starring in the Christmas special seems to have factored in, as many of the comments reference their religion. Far-right groups and figures are also circulating a list of people involved with the production, identifying those who are purportedly Jewish or sympathetic to the Black Lives Matter. Well, then you're going to
Oh
face
my
shitheads.
god.
No.
Are you no. That's not what no. That's I'm sorry. I'm gonna call that's fucking leftists that are doing that shit. Because they've been caught doing it before.
Yeah.
They've been caught doing it before. You know? So
Yeah.
that's them doing it. They're like, let me create this dummy account. Let me make this picture so that it seems like
You know what's
far left,
ironic?
so that it seems like anti-Semites are doing it. So that it seems like white supremacists are doing it. And why? Because they've done it before. They've been
not only have
caught
they done
doing
it
it before.
Yeah, not only have they done it before, but they are the most anti-Semitic out there, and they like to blame far-right groups.
Yeah.
These are the people that will praise when Israel is bombed in a terrorist attack. These are the people that are doing this, not the far-right groups, because we don't give a shit about Rogan and Silverman's religion. We don't care about the religions of any of the actors or cast or crew or whatever. We don't give a fuck. Give us a good product. So but again, they like to blame the alt-right, the far-right groups, because apparently we are the racists. They are purveyors of morality. They are the pillars of tolerance. No, as Last Toxic Male says, my far-right.
My far-right, my victimhood, my misogyny.
Zachary says, is that a big red soda you're having?
It is. It is a big red.
Yep. All right, so that was circulating, but of course, they blame far right. Many comments criticize the series' woke message. Okay, where are the receipts that are anti-Semitic? The trailer notes that Santa has traditionally been a white man's game and vows to change that. At another point, Silverman's character tells Santa, "Good news, sir. More American kids believe in you than they do in vaccines or the Holocaust." Yeah, this shit is in something directed at kids.
It's not directed at kids. Actually, it's kind of like Sausage Party because they.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. The fifth word in the show is like fuck.
I'm gonna have to get send you a good picture of my eye color, Megatron, because my eyes aren't actually brown; they're a dark hazel, and in the lights you see green.
Mine are brown.
So I got it. So he's coloring you too. So her eyes are brown, but I got to get you a good.
Here, let's go close to the camera.
I can't.
Mine are brown.
I can't.
I can't.
I gotta take a picture of my eyes.
They're light brown. Hold on, wait.
I gotta take a picture of my eyes.
No. Oh, wait, hold on. Excuse us. Can you see my eye? Can you see my eye?
He said I finished coloring stuff. Okay.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You just need my eye color. Well, I gotta. Let me see if I have a picture. Hold on. Because I was like,
when you can't write, you just put in fuck. Yep, that's true. That is very true.
You just put in fuck.
So many F-bombs in this movie. Okay, I watched like, I'm not gonna lie, the first 5 minutes. Okay,
really?
No, maybe the first 10 minutes. I stopped watching when a gingerbread cookie was milking themselves.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta get.
Santa called a meeting, and this gingerbread cookie is a new mom, and she hates being a new mom. She never should have gotten married or had kids, and she thinks her baby's dead, but they're actually asleep. She's wearing it like in a, I don't know, the thing you carry a baby in. And then like I guess Santa called a meeting, so they had to go, but she was in the middle of pumping, so she walks up to the meeting.
Oh my
with them
God.
Still attached to her. I don't get it.
I don't get it either, but yeah. Megatron,
That's like I was like, all right, yep.
So greenish hazel, kind of, yeah. I mean, I'll try to get a picture. But a $5 super chat from Borg Porg. Hello, Borg Porg. Hi, ladies. I just had a blast at LA Comic Con hanging out with Anna, that Star Wars girl. Hope to meet you, ladies, someday. I'll probably be at Star Wars Celebration.
Ooh.
Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. So there you go. But I'm glad you had fun. But yeah, like I'm gonna send you a picture because you can like in the good light so you can actually see.
Who pumps a cookie? That's what
I don't know.
Where
I
is
don't
that
know, technical
milk
casuals.
coming from?
You walked into Steph describing a gingerbread cookie milking itself because it's breastfeeding her little ones, even though she's a fucking cookie.
She's a cookie. Oh my god! She's a cookie.
Oh, I'm getting the purple wig. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, you have receipts, right? Whatever the impetus, the trailers, you just claimed the impetus was anti-Semitism and Holocaust denialism. So, like, what other impetus could there be? Because that's the assertion you're making. More than 25,000 have commented on it as of this writing. So claims are circulating that YouTube disabled the dislike count after tens of thousands disliked the Sand Inc. trailer. However, YouTube recently announced a plan to remove the dislike count from its site. The timing might be coincidental here. A little bit of conspiracy theory. YouTube's policies prohibit hate speech on the basis of race, nationality, religion, etc. The company says it uses a combination of people and machine learning to identify content that potentially violates his rules. Yeah, sure you do, YouTube. Look, no receipts. No receipts whatsoever. Like other platforms, YouTube has grappled with policing hate speech, including anti-Semitism, for years. From the tolerant left, I might add. The top commenter, man of low moral fiber, has a verified YouTube channel with 100,000 subscribers. He wrote, "Did you know elves have been knocked off of at least 109 shelves? Somehow they always end up climbing back on and making rules about knocking them off. And they always displays that's the same voracious elfnocentrism that got them knocked off the shelf in the first place. Some might suggest that it's simply time to take the shelf down. The international elf is the world's foremost problem." He's being facetious.
Yeah.
Like, where do you get anti-Semitic from that comment?
Because she plays an elf and she's Jewish. That's why.
He's literally commenting on elf on a shelf.
Elf on a shelf. He's commenting on elf on a shelf. It's
like,
so.
They don't
They
understand
have
humor.
no sense of humor, and like none of them.
The number 109 is a white supremacist numeric shorthand for an anti-Semitic claim that Jews have been expelled from 109 different countries. Where's your proof? Where is your proof?
I'm sorry, Soul Assassin just came in with Sarah Silverman wore blackface.
Oh yeah, I tweeted that. I was like, "This you?
This you, bitch?
This you?" Yeah. Man of low moral fibers comment has 10,000 likes and more than 100 comments such as total elf extermination is the only option. Like, it's shit talking. It's not anti-Semitic. It's basically just building off the facetiousness of the original comment. That's it. And maybe he picked the 109 number because this is so fucking stupid. Maybe that's it. I don't like, you're claiming he's this and you don't know this person, but it fits into your narrative. All the top comments are of similar nature. Many either deny the death toll of Holocaust or celebrate it. So, 6 million presents every Christmas Eve. That's not possible. It takes about 1 to 5 minutes to wrap a package. You're going to get shitheads in the comment section. You're going to get troll shitheads. That might be a little on the nose. Oh, sorry, jumped on me. Did you know the elves tell this great story about the 1940s when more elves were killed by Santa than actually existed? If anyone questions the story, their lives are ruined by the elves instantly. Truly magical creatures, the elves. So, white nationalists and far-right groups and their sympathizers are delighted by the bigoted brigading of the trailer. Many have posted approvingly about the comments on other platforms and suggested their followers read them. Yeah. Pretty much. Notice me, senpai.
Oh, God.
Movies called Santa Inc. comments are pure gold. Yeah, pretty much. Basically, again, claims of anti-Semitism and Holocaust denial, which really those comments weren't denying it. They were maybe a little too on the nose, and then like that, but that's a little bit of a stretch. A little bit of a fucking stretch. Yeah, what Jewish boy dreams of being Santa Claus? Yeah. I don't know. That Jewish boy, apparently.
She's not a boy, that's a girl.
No, says comment here. Sorry, I didn't read it, but it says where is it? I finally get to live every Jewish boy's dream of being fucking Santa Claus. Yeah. And that's like what Jewish boy dreams of being Santa Claus. Yeah, there's no straw man, it's a full-size wicker man. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, Raptors. Yeah. So basically those who were commenting, those who were disliking the trailer, we're anti-Semites and Holocaust deniers. And while I will admit, I'll play devil's advocate and admit that some of those comments were on the nose, and they're like, yeah, there's dark humor and things like that, but at the same time, to make that bold, broad stroke claim, no. Darth Haster, just deconstruct everything America holds dear. I see what is going on. Yeah, pretty much. Super dude. It amazes me how this paid pretenders can talk all the trash they want, but as soon as someone opposes their point of view, that is deemed hate speech. Yes. Yeah. And I like paid pretenders. That's literally what they do. They are paid to read a script and act a part. That is it. And they think that we will hang on their every word. No. Her pronouns are black and face. Yeah, so there's that. So yes, that is the bold claim, or one of the bold claims right now, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see more articles like this because it is being like bombed hard on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like I think someone said it's at 3% now or something like that. I didn't even think the percentage could be that low on Rotten Tomatoes. I didn't even think it'd get that low, but they proved that anything is possible. Their pronouns are dumb bitch, yeah. Is Santa insulting women when he goes ho ho ho? Yes. Obviously he is. Yeah. I guess anyone can write a stupid article now, yeah. You don't need to have any brains. Didn't Santa Inc. get taken down by HBO? Well, I'm gonna go on. So I'm gonna go on my HBO Max account. Hold on. And I'll let you know. No, it's not taken down.
It's not taken down at all. It's actually on like the homepage.
Yeah, like I literally opened the homepage.
Yeah,
and there
Santa
boom,
Inc. Boom.
Trailer. Yeah, it's not
Right
taken
there.
down. Hey, Becky. Trey's comment. Yeah, Trey is like he's to the point.
Trey has an amazing way of expressing himself.
Hey, Dominic, no worries. We have one more topic to cover.
Because I love that, like, he says that, and then his next one is just like, hey, Becky.
Yeah. It's like, that article's AIDS. Hey, Becky.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yes. Jeremy Swig says the Mary Sue is proof idiots can write whatever they want. Yes.
Absolutely.
Pork also saw Chris Gore at Comic-Con. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, Chris Gore is awesome.
But yeah. Wait, this is on HBO Max. Yeah. This sounds like something Netflix would do. Nope. It's an HBO Max special. Series premiere is up there. Yeah, that's all I can do is like nod my head. Yeah, it's there for the whole world to see and drink themselves to death. Following if they do watch it. Yeah, there's that. So
Metalong, I think there's like maybe 2 critics that rated it, but I doubt that they're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Why bother?
Yeah, it's because it's a series, so it's like I don't think they're gonna watch a series.
It's a series, yeah.
They'll rate a movie, but series, they don't really do that. So basically, it would be left up to the people who take a bullet for people and go, you know what, I'll watch this, like I did with Cowboy Bebop. Like, you know what, I'll watch this dumpster fire
Mm-hmm.
I hated myself afterwards, but I watched it.
But I'll watch it.
Yeah. No, what happened to you, Becky? If I missed anything, I apologize if it's on Twitter, but no, I don't think you did. But yeah, so we got one more topic to cover. So I'm going to close that tab so I don't accidentally click on it again. I'm going to close the HBO Max tab. Keanu Reeves has come out and said that the original Matrix originally had a trans character, and then Warner Brothers wasn't ready to have a trans character in the movie. That is okay, it's cringe, but okay, whatever. It is what it is. The Matrix is out like what? Like decades ago. I hope to God you're okay, Becky. I mean, like I know like, you're typing in the chat, so you do have like that, but to have a seizure, hopefully you're okay. Like you need to kind of rest and make sure that you
Becky.
don't like whatever caused it, that you kind of like you make sure it's like nowhere near you, pretty much. So
yeah, I hope you're okay. It's terrible. Get some rest.
Yeah, so yeah, like basically catch the replay of this. Don't bother. Dominic the Right says I'm as old as the Matrix, also Fight Club and the Phantom Menace.
I'm sorry. Excuse me, that snuck up on me.
But so I know when Phantom Menace came out and Fight Club and things like that. So yeah, it's been out. It's been out for a while. So like, so basically, it's like that revelation. It's not so much really like a revelation where it's like, oh my god, they were gonna have this character. It's more or less kind of like okay, whatever, they were gonna have this character. But then Lily Wachowski, because they used to be the fucking Wachowski brothers, not the Wachowski sisters.
Yes,
did one of those like not interviews, but they were like, she was talking about the Matrix and things like that, and said that it was a trans allegory. Oh my god. Hey, CT James. Hey guys, it's the Brave Bard fella. Mad love, ladies. Get better, Becky. Hello. Good to see you.
Get better, Becky.
Yeah, hope you're doing well.
I'm a little bruised, but I just needed sleep. Yeah. All right. Well, still.
Yeah. I mean, like,
take care of yourself.
Like, really, this live stream is not worth catching live if you're not feeling well. So it you like basically the link. You follow me on Twitter. You had the link. Just like catch the replay, basically. But anyway, let's go into real fast because I'm not going to go into the entirety of this article, but it's like on the New York Post. And Keanu Reeves says studio wasn't ready for a trans character in The Matrix. Okay, so Keanu Reeves admitted that a trans character was cut from the script draft for 1999's The Matrix over 2 decades ago, apparently. And an androgynous character named Switch was supposed to be played by a woman in the Matrix world and a man in reality. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Reeves said, "I think the studio wasn't ready for that." So here, so basically, I'm going to play like the interview.
Yeah.
So this is what like Lily is talking about. So let me just stop sharing the screen. So that's what Keanu Reeves was claiming.
Switch.
Let me share the YouTube. There it goes. I'm gonna kind of take this back.
I knew it was that character. So it was because I was just like Switch. Switch was in the Matrix movie. So it was that woman, the woman with the blonde hair, the one that died. Not like this. Not like this. So she was supposed to be trans.
She's supposed to be trans, yes.
All
so
right.
I'm gonna mute myself so there's no feedback just in case. But yeah, we're gonna kind of go through this interview, and this is what Lily Wachowski,
oh my God,
sister, is claiming.
That's him. Her.
Yeah, that's him. That's one of the brothers, one of the sisters. Lily. This is Lily.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Jason. Hi, Jay. Congratulations on 50 subscribers.
Hey, MVP. And you said Jay?
Max.
Oh.
Jason came in and said, hi.
Oh. Alex McCarthy would be some same actor playing both parts? No, because there's supposed to be a woman in one part and a man in the other. It's like obvious difference sort of a situation. But that character's supposed to be trans. So here it is. Let me mute myself so there's no echo just in case.
Hello, Lily Wachowski here. I'm glad that people are talking about the movies, the Matrix movies, with a trans narrative. I love that how meaningful those films are to trans people, and the way that they come up to me and say, these movies saved my life. Because when you talk about transformation, specifically in the world of science fiction, which is just about imagination, it's like, and world building, and like the idea of the seemingly impossible becoming possible, I think is like, that's why it speaks to them so much. And I'm grateful that I can be a part, throwing them a rope to help them along their journey.
Okay, here's where she's talking about how it's a trans allegory.
I'm glad that it has gotten out that that was the original intention, but the world wasn't quite ready at a corporate level. The corporate world wasn't ready for it. So when you make movies and you it's this public art form, I think any kind of art that you put out into the universe, there's a letting go process, because it's entering into like public dialogue. I like that there's like an evolution process that we as human beings engage in art in a non-linear way, that we can always like talk about something in new ways and in new light. We had,
Now it's talking about the original Switch character. So yeah, so basically, that is Lily Wachowski, aka Larry. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm talking about how the original Matrix was a trans allegory, and this is the character that was essentially cut from the original movie, basically. So, yeah, so
the Matrix stuff was all like about the desire for transformation, but it was all coming from a closeted point of view. And so we had the character of Switch, who was like a character who would be, a man in the real world, and then a woman in the Matrix. And, that's both where where our headspaces were. I don't know how present my transness was in the back in
how present my transness was. Dude, you were a male. You were a man, and you went through the steps after your other brother went through them. Like, I guess, I don't know, you wanted to, like, you were feeling left out, so you became a woman too. Press X to doubt. Yes. Aerosmith dude looks like a lady.
I feel like the chat is just trying to make me laugh.
It's better. His ma'am is looking better these days. Starting lines
like, I hope Mara gets copyrighted for this.
Hey, it'll be fucking worth it. It'll be fucking worth it. But yeah, so okay, she's talking about the transness now. So
in the background of my brain as we were writing it, but it all came from the same sort of fire that I'm talking about. And because trans people exist in this, especially for me and Lana, we were existing in this space where the words didn't exist. So we were always living in a world of imagination. It's why I gravitated towards science fiction and fantasy and, played Dungeons and Dragons. It was all about creating worlds. And so I think it freed us up as filmmakers, because we were able to imagine stuff at that time that you didn't necessarily see on screen, or even the idea of like, how can we exist in as many genres as possible? One of our things that we really enjoyed doing was like sort of genre bending, where you would have stuff that felt like kung fu movies and like anime and Westerns. And then we always loved this scene that Ned Beatty would do in this movie Network, where he would talk about the way the world was.
I know kung fu, pretty much. It's so I was like, how to kind of ruin the nostalgia around your movie, dude, just I really don't care if this was the original intent or anything like that. You know, they created this universe. It's their universe to mess with, however, but they should have left it open ended for basically just fans to discuss or anything like that. Just leave it like this is the world we created. You interpret the world how you want to interpret the world. Basically, is how fiction works when you create dystopian atmospheres like this. But now, coming out and saying, "Oh, it's it was a trans allegory. It's like always been a trans allegory. Let me talk about my transness. We had to get rid of a character because WB wasn't ready for it." Yeah. I'm like loose cannon saying it wasn't. Most likely, very most likely, it's like them coming out recently and saying, "Oh yeah, we were always doing this. This was always an allegory," because someone had their headcanon out on Twitter saying, "I believe that Matrix is like this because the new Matrix movie is coming out." That's what I believe what happened, and it just fits because they are trans. They went from male to female, so I'm not going to play necessarily the rest of the entire thing, but that's basically the interview that Lily was, or at least the questions that she was answering. And
this is just kind of like telling me the new Matrix movie is going to be shit.
Yeah. Pretty much. Q2 Cast TV says Eden Zero Anime on Netflix has a character that is a man, goes into a virtual world as a girl, but doesn't call himself trans. Yes. My wife just yelled, "That's a funny looking bitch." I really need the clip of safe part. Well, she's a guy. So,
oh my god,
I need that clip. He's like, well, she's a guy. Lisa Ross, what the fuck is this? This is Lily Wachowski talking about how the original Matrix was a trans allegory. So I don't think Keanu will go woke. I think he was kind of just repeating what Lily was talking about, sort of a situation. Because Keanu Reeves comes across to me as the last bastion of genuineness in Hollywood. Like he seems like a truly genuine person. But she was a man. Yeah, that's it used to be a dude. Him and his brother, or now sister, used to be dudes, the Wachowski brothers, and now they're the Wachowski sisters. So yeah. Fuck off with that shit. The Matrix isn't about trans people. Yeah, so this basically is I saw this and I was like, this is first off, it's not going to help the new Matrix coming out, and then secondly, the fact that they are talking about this tells me that they are going to include that shit in the new Matrix movie.
They are.
To an extent.
Yeah, they are.
So there is that. So I'm sorry if I'm ruining it all, the original Matrix movies, but I saw that, and then I saw the interview, and I was like, okay, we gotta talk about this, because if you're at all interested in looking forward to the new Matrix movie, major red flags right here.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it, because I like the Matrix movies, but I'm just kind of like, does it sound good? I mean, we broke it down. Excuse me, sorry, we broke it down in one of our streams what it's going to be about. Oh my god. What the new Matrix is going to be.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so basically it's like I'm not really looking forward to it. It's like one of those movies where it's like, I mean, if there's nothing else to go watch, I might go see it, but I don't know if I want to spend money in theaters to see it. So that's where I stand. She looks like a man was a la Mad TV, a la Mad Ms. Swan. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, she look
like a man.
Like a man. Look like a man. I've seen those videos.
My ex cat was a trans, makes a hotter makes a hotter trance than this person who looks like life had explosive diarrhea on. Yes. Yeah, like still comes across looking like a man, like a dude. But yeah, so if you guys absolutely want to see the rest of this, it's only about a less than a minute left. If not, then we will be basically beginning to wrap. Okay, yeah, close the video, please. So I'll stop sharing my screen. Yeah, so we will basically be just like, I want to bring up Bounty in the Comics again. Because like just to go in, like people coming in late. I saw this, did not read the article, but if you had all been watching watch Squid Games, I saw this. Let me just share this real fast. Yeah, people are saying, "Oh hell no, hell no," they don't want to see it. Apparently, reportedly, North Korea sentenced a man to death for smuggling and selling copies of Netflix's Squid Game. All right. North Korea has reportedly sentenced a man to death after several high school students were caught watching illegal copies of Netflix's South Korean survival drama series Squid Games, which he allegedly smuggled into the country and sold to them. Because if anybody knows anything about North Korean history, they will know that North Korea makes the people of North Korea, like I'm talking the politicians, the leaders, and so forth, makes the people of North Korea believe that the world is actually worse off than they are.
Mm-hmm.
So they keep out any and all things that could remotely prove that wrong. And this would be one of them because it's a South Korean show. So he smuggled this shit. If this is true, this man smuggled the copies in, and now he has been sentenced to death. So, according to this, I was reported by Radio Free Asia, whose anonymous North Korean sources provided them with details about the purported crime. The accused perpetrator carried USB flash drives containing Squid Game's first season from China into the communist country before eventually selling them to the students. In addition to the supposed smuggler's death sentence, 6 of the 7 students who were caught watching the South Korean drama series were reportedly sentenced to 5 years of hard labor, while the student who actually purchased one of the drives set to serve life in prison. These are students. These are kids.
Wow.
And the tolerant left here want to rail against us evil Westerners. So yeah, so basically, they were caught by the sentries in 109 Sangmu, who had received a tip-off. By 109 Sangmu, the source is referring to a particular government strike force, officially known as Surveillance Bureau Group 109, whose purpose is to catch individuals who watch illegal content in North Korea. Their source also noted that this event marks the first time that North Korean government has applied their newly passed elimination of reactionary thought and culture law to minors. Yeah, they literally were telling people what to think. So yeah, so basically, if you want to read this article, it's on Bounding, but yeah.
That's true.
I'm kind of going to be following this as much as possible, but I saw this and these people are railing against us evil Westerners, us like evil capitalism, and capitalism is not perfect, but at least it doesn't tell you what to think. Mike Hill says, I'll be watching The King's Men the weekend The Matrix come out. Oh, yeah, I forgot that's coming out, like the kind of the prequel King's Men. Yeah, so there it is. Literal insanity. Yeah, we're worried about pronouns here in the West. Yeah. And these people are worried literally for their fucking lives. Like, actual thought police. Yes, actual thought police. So there's that. So I wanted to kind of touch on that without going into the article because Squid Game was, when it was released, like came out initially, was popular and is still pretty damn popular. But now people are actually risking their lives to watch a South Korean show, and they are being told by the North Korean task force, what to think. They are like, that the way that's named, literal thought control. But no, we're worried about misgendering shitheads over here.
Santa Inc.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Santa Inc. is, the people that made Santa Inc. are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so that we got like all this shit, and it's like it literally puts it in perspective, at least for rational people. It's like, holy shit, we're worried about this, and you have these kids being sent to hard labor. 5 years for 6 of them, life
Yeah.
for the other one. Yeah, re-education camps. Yeah, so basically, so there's that. So that is kind of what we're going to be ending on. Will not be available for Talk Nerdy, but it'll be on her channel next Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central.
Yes. And I will.
This is coming out too. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Now, that's supposed to come out tomorrow, yeah? Or did the date change?
Let me check real fast while you're kind of signing off. Let me make sure.
Yes, Talk Nerdy will be on my channel next week. Maybe I'll have a guest with me, a different co-host with me next week, because Mara is not going to be available. Also, after this stream, I will most likely, once the stream ends, in about 15 minutes after it ends, I'll probably go live on Twitch, maybe, possibly, to play a little bit more Animal Crossing and then some Mario Kart.
Okay. It is tomorrow. It says Season 2, Episode 8 of Demon Slayer will be released worldwide to start the Entertainment District arc on Sunday, December 5th, 2021 at 7:45 a.m. Pacific time, so 10:45 a.m. Eastern.
Tomorrow!
I am looking forward to that. Looking fucking forward to that. But anyway. Yeah, so like Steph said, you said you'll be live on Twitch in like 15 minutes after this?
Yeah, about 15 minutes after we end, I'll be live on Twitch, playing some Animal Crossing, talking to some people in the chat, because I like talking in the chat.
I'll be passed out.
I'm tired, so I'm probably going to need like a coffee or something.
Oh yeah, I've been kind of like slowly sipping this kind of thing, but
yeah,
I'll be passed out because I'm exhausted. I don't know if it was the raging at Vanguard or something like that, but it kind of like drains you of energy when you're like raging and scaring your dog at the same time. Because I'm like, she doesn't know what I'm saying, but she knows the tone of my voice, and so she hears like that tone. She thinks, oh no, mommy's mad. So my poor delicate flower was like lying on my bed while I was playing Vanguard. So yeah.
And I'm trying to reach 1,000 followers on Twitch. So if you aren't following me, if you'd like to follow me, I would really appreciate that. If you want to share it out there, share my Twitch channel out there, I'd really appreciate that.
I don't even know what follower count I'm at right now. Hold on.
Because I'm trying to reach 1,000 by the end of the year, and it's coming up. I didn't even realize it's coming up so quick. Like this year flew by, and I'm just like, what the hell happened? What happened this year? Where'd it go?
Yeah. I'm at 567 followers, so I am 33 away from 600. So if I can maybe get there by the end of the year, that'll be good as well. The extent of my Mario or Nintendo gaming is Mario Kart, and
I'm gonna get her to play Animal Crossing. It's gonna happen. We are also going to. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna invite Mara onto my island, and she's gonna be running around with her little character.
I'll just like rob you of all your shit and
so
run
cute.
off.
So adorable.
I'll just take my like little me and just like rob you like of all your stuff and then just like run off the island. And like just like start whacking Tammy with the net or whatever it is you were whacking her with. Like fuck.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to get. I keep yawning. Oh my god, this is terrible. I hope I don't yawn later. I need to get something in me. I need to get like an energy drink or something in me. Also, my island. That's right. So, also, I'm trying to get me, Mara, Lethal, Lyndon, and Rhino together for an Among Us stream. I want that to happen. Rhino said that he will 100% be in when he gets his computer. So I know he was like, no, I don't want to play. No. But now he says that once he gets his computer, he's gonna install it and we're gonna play.
That I will play because I can play it on the Switch or like whatever, and basically I get to pretty much get to shank Lyndon and Rhino if I'm
yeah. I want to kill them.
Yeah, so so basically I will play that. I'm telling you. The line is drawn in the sand. I'm not playing Animal Crossing.
Come on.
No.
Someone sent her Animal Crossing.
No.
You know you want to play it.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, like she's going to like she's not going to let up. I know, and I'm going to have to stay strong because I already broke down and bought a stupid Switch. So I gotta stay strong in this regard. But anyway,
she's not gonna stay strong. She's gonna get it and play Animal Crossing because it's
tomorrow. You can find me on Mike the Cyborg's channel. We will be wrapping up our discussion on Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. That's another anime I think you might like, Steph, if you're at all interested. Fate, you would start with Fate Zero, and it's basically the time it takes place is like the early to mid 90s. So it's kind of like modern time for when for its release, but it deals with magecraft and fantasy and all that because it centers around a Grail war, and each mage selected has a heroic spirit that they use in the battle, and you either have history or mythology or legends is the heroic spirit. So you might like it. We're talking about the sequel to that, Fate Stay Night, which is also good, and Lancer is best boy in my opinion. He's my husbando. So we're gonna say that flat out. Lancer is best boy. I don't care. Archer is cool, but I love Lancer. I have a thing for Irish Lancers. I don't know why. So there's that. But that's where you can find me at 7 p.m. Eastern on Mark the Cyborg's channel with Litigation Jackson and myself. Videos next week, depending on the topics. And then, yes, I am spamming that anime again, Stieg. You still have to watch it, and you have to watch those 4 movies that I told you to watch. Anyway, and the videos, and then Twitch streaming schedule will be Mario Kart on Monday. Tuesday will be Splitgate for tacos and tea bags. Thursday, I had to come up with another game because I finished Resident Evil 7. And then maybe not Saturday afternoon. No, I might have to do a Friday afternoon stream or something on Twitch playing another game. So we'll figure that out. Because my weekend is going to be busy. So if you're Irish, you have a chance with Mara. Yeah. That.
I have one best boy, and it's Zenitsu.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Demon Slayer.
Zenitsu is best boy for me. Jeremy Swiggs wants me to wink. There you go.
Yeah. So if you're Irish, you have a chance. That Irish accent and Aussie accent. I don't know.
Irish accent for me for sure.
Yeah. Every time, I know French is the language of romance, but I always think of Pepe Le Pew when I hear it. It's wrong of me to say, but I never thought it was romantic. I just thought of Pepe Le Pew. So I'm it didn't do anything for me. But Australian and Irish, yeah, pretty much. Much.
I like Irish.
Yeah.
I want to go to Ireland.
Because those guys right there. Those guys right there. That's why. So yeah.
I want to go to Ireland.
Yeah.
Soul's like, well, shit, I'm Mexican.
So yes. Say
la vie, mon chéri.
All right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, again, Talk Nerdy Tales will be on her channel next week. She'll be on Twitch a little bit later once she gets some more caffeine into her. Follow me both on Twitch. Her handle's My Nerdy Home. Mine is Jade _fire because I have a branding issue. Videos next week, streams next week. So subscribe to all our channels, YouTube, Twitch. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram for more basically shit-talking SJWs and putting them in their place. And we will see you all later. Good night, everybody.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.